That's a very good question.
Oh no, that's right. There was no screen last week. It was patch 4.3. It was the launch week.
That should do just fine then. Okay. Looks like we're all good to go. So, after having a fun little launch of Rocket League last night with our special guest Farwell for Hire, tonight we get back to life as normal, but we have the opportunity to reach another milestone for Matthia in his quest to get all of his classes to experience level 60. And so tonight that is going to be the main ambition. So hey there, Yuki and Miguel and Isabel. We're glad to have you with us, as well as to everyone else that's logging on. We're glad to have you with us. So, greetings, people of the world. Matthia back with you here in Novaura Autism for another edition of A Day in the Life of Tales of Eorzea here in Final Fantasy XIV. So, as it stands right now, Matthia is right on the verge of getting to level 60 on his Astrology. Need only 1.3 million points to reach this milestone. So we'll see if we can make it there tonight. I'm pretty sure we will. If it doesn't get it on the leveling roulette, then we'll take a second. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves for departure. Making sure I use the battle manual. And we'll also chow down on a pair of metal and glass. Oh, not yet? Yeah, I guess I could. I guess I could do that, Isabel. So how come you couldn't, Yuki? Oh, I see. To get to level 60 potentially, well, I'll be going through Sastasha. So yeah, we're getting it a little bit easy. Last night after I finished streaming Rocket League, I did Leveling Roulette and drew the Airy. So definitely a contrast here tonight. But we'll see how we do. Yeah, I doubt this will be all that hard. I mean, after all, it is Hollowthali. So, first of all, I want to give a thanks to everyone who joined me last night for the launch of Rocket League, and where we got to help out Farwell for Hire with his campaign. So, as it stands right now, he's on the verge of reaching his $100,000 goal for his charity drive for cystic fibrosis. And so, yeah, if you didn't get the opportunity to watch the Rocket League stream last night, certainly would encourage you to do so. I would post the link right now, but of course I'm in the middle of healing. And I am kind of in the middle of healing, so it's not like I can necessarily post the link, but it is on the stream lists, so should be no problem to find it. That's interesting that someone chose to name themselves Shirogane. Yeah, it was definitely fun to have Farwell for Hire with us last night. And I really have to say, and this is on a personal level, but I really feel like having that experience to have him with me for the Rocket League launch was a big deal for me, because of the fact that not only were we helping to support his charity drive for cystic fibrosis, but in addition to that, like, he was, and I'm not kidding, like, I've lived in my apartment for 6 years now, and I have had no guests in here in 5 years. Like, you guys have no idea how crazy it is that he was the first guest in my apartment literally within the last 5 years. Like, I basically spent all afternoon yesterday cleaning my apartment as much as I could, because I pretty much let this thing fall apart in the time I've been here. It was so crazy, and once I got everything cleaned up, it's like, holy cow. It feels so empty in here after I did all that cleaning. And I also feel like I definitely have been having, of course, frustration with some of the games I've been doing lately, notably Skyrim and Kingdom Hearts. But right after the stream last night, right after the Rocket League stream last night, and even today, like, things that would have normally bothered me before yesterday did not at all. Like I feel happier. I feel like my Arimitama, as they call it here in Final Fantasy XIV, has been quelled. I don't feel as angry as I have been lately. And I think having a guest in my apartment for the first time in what feels like forever, not to mention the fact that I was helping out his charity for Farwell for Hire's cystic fibrosis drive, really, I really feel like it helped me a lot. Like, I just don't feel as angry as I've been in recent weeks. So it's definitely something that I hope that... I don't know how long this will last, but I'm really hoping that the experience will, from a mindset, allow me to just feel a lot better about myself and what I play and how I play it. Like, I'll probably have rage moments still, but like right now I just don't feel the frustration that I have felt in recent weeks. It was just so nice to have that experience. Oh, okay, so we're just letting the Demantis do their thing. And now it's up to me to keep everyone alive. Although it feels like... Oh, where are my... Where's... Oh, it's because there are mages too. Plus, not only that, they were spread out all over the place. I couldn't heal everyone. Yeah, that was a bit nuts. Alright, pass through Area 1. Oh, my apologies as well for not paying attention to your guys' issue that you have, that you're talking about right now. So, sorry for not paying attention. I just wanted to talk about how I was feeling, but sorry wasn't paying attention. But yeah, that's really bad to hear that there, Yuki. I was about to say, don't forget the bomb. Alright, we stopped it, thankfully. Okay, make sure we can keep the healing going. And damage when necessary. Thank you, cannot ignore the chain winches. Oh, yeah, get out of the way. Oh, so close. Well, it's good to know that your dad's gonna go with you there, Yuki. And my apologies, which con is this you're planning on attending? Yeah, you'll have to forgive me for not paying attention. Alright, moving on. Well, that's not right. That shouldn't be happening like that. Like, there's supposed to be volunteers and whatnot that are supposed to monitor that sort of thing. Now, over this way, you freaks. Oh, it did. Yeah, because they're so busy trying to come up with plots for how to bully someone that they completely neglect their actual education. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh, get out of the way. I guess we stopped it from detonating. Oh, okay. Let's get the heal quickly. Yeah, trying to keep an eye on your conversation while also trying to maintain healing too. Not easy, but I'm doing my best. Oh wow, 4 gas bombs in a row? Holy cow. 4 in a row. I've never been in a run through Hollowthali where we had 4 gas bombs on the winches. Well, we got enemies on every winch. And we end up getting the lightning spikes for dessert, I guess. Because you're so cuddly or something? Sorry if that came out the wrong way. Yeah, trying to ask why they call you that without trying to sound offensive. And almost got these manti down. Alright, there we go. Alright there. Tank, which side are you gonna approach from? The traditional left side. He's not quite in range, but he should be now. Tank, I hope you're ready to jump out of the water when circumstances demand that you do. Like right now. Oh, nice tactics. Too bad you can't keep doing that. Oh, that's quite a way to describe your sister. You know, that's definitely something that can't be unseen. Well, I know it's that way for Skyla too, that they appreciate how fun she is as well. And of course, being her boyfriend, I can also attest to that. Yeah, Skyla and I have a lot of fun together. By the way, for those who don't know, Skyla went back to Japan this weekend. Because her grandfather recently passed away, and so she's gone back to spend some more time with her Japanese family. So basically she said that she doesn't really know when she wants to go back to the US, because she doesn't have a specific timeline for doing so. But I am hoping that I'll get to see her come to Canada someday. Like I'm confident she will. But of course, since I don't know how long she plans to stay in Japan or go back, like, you really never know when you can expect someone you love to come to you. Because I have suggested before the possibility of to Japan with her, but I do need to make sure I save up enough vacation time to do that at the very least, because since she said that she doesn't have a set time, like if she stays there for like to the end of the year or something, it'd be cool to go when I have a couple of weeks of vacation time saved up that I can join her out there. A new viewer to the channel, Peter Barlow. Playing Novaura Autism, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us this evening. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Skyla does for her time out there, because yeah, it's the second time she's gone already this year, because she spent a couple months during the winter out there, and now she's out there again. And hey, Sora, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us too. Oh crap. Gas bombs approaching. Yeah, keep them off me there, tank. Yeah, keep those ugly bombs out of my face. And everyone else's. Okay, now we got that under control. We can go back to finishing these things off. One bomb left. Oh. Oh, stop before it detonated. Yeah, the tank wanted to go for the full clear here. Cover every square inch of the battlefield. Oh no, I'm glad you are there, Yuki. I'm glad we're helping you out. Plus, you're helping to keep the chat active. Yeah, you are helping to keep the chat active so that we can be able to have a good conversation with you guys and also talk about what's been going on with me and Skyla. Let's, yeah, get the sprite's attention. Well, run. Oh, go down. Yeah, go down. Yeah, I want to at least take the precaution, because, yeah, I don't believe that some of these things are going to get through. I can see that, Bender. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. And take out the demand tie. Whoa, look out. Alright, that fire's out. We know that there's going to be more fires ignited. Yeah, thanks there, Peter. I appreciate it. Alright, now the more of this. Well, oh, nice group attack there. Yeah, you're kind of left with no choice but to try and pull the boss away. Yeah, there's the Noxious. Take it out. There we go. Finish it off. And 45,000 points short. 40,000 points. Well, thanks there, Yuki, for joining us. We'll have a good time at the con, and we'll see you again soon. Yeah, really, 45,000 points away. Wow. Well, I guess all it will need is a guild test, I guess. Yeah, we probably won't even need the trial. Of course, it depends on the bonus. Well, if the other DPS shows up, I might not even need to. Oh, come on, DPS number 2. Must be stuck in a loading screen or something. Yeah, they're not gonna get in. Alright, attempt number 2. Now we're waiting on the tank. There we go. Oh, why is that there, Bender? Oh, this is a high level one. Yeah, this one is fun. Well, yeah, I gotta deal with all the things that explode and burn you also. See if I can keep the people alive in order to ensure victory. Oh, trying to find that marshmallow. Yeah, like as in over here. So that we don't get the worst alarm clock in the game. Alright, he's gone. Now we have to deal with two more. Now watch out for those blasts. DPS is doing a good job of evading. Oh wow, that didn't take long to get him back on his feet. Tank also doing a really good job of controlling the direction here. And yeah, let them do their thing, let them blow up. Because yeah, you get experience points for doing nothing really. Alright, so we've made it to the end of the line. Now we gotta get ourselves ready for the queen to show up. Alright, on the way we go. It's all about the evasion. And of course playing the healer's role and having to stand still while I cast, not easy. Yeah, take a little bit of damage. Whoa! Ooh, summoner. Definitely took a bit of a hit there. Yeah, so far so good. Just keep casting away and watch your back. Yeah, of course there's no point in going after the ads here. Because they're just gonna blow up anyway. Yeah, just keep casting. And let them all come to me. Try and find that sweet spot. Ooh, this might not be so sweet. Yeah, because I took damage there. Can't afford to take too much. It is indeed. And we're definitely accumulating the experience points, so in a way, this was actually the perfect place to get the roulette in. Because yeah, everything that explodes gives you experience points. Alright, there we go. Yeah, let it all blow up. Oh, what? Really? 3,400 points. Well, I'll get the results from the bonus, so that'll push me over. There we go. It's like, oh, that close. And then I realized, oh, wait a moment, you get the reward for the experience afterwards. Hey, Zero, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. You timed that one perfectly. Yeah, there we go. Level 60 Astrologian. That means it's time for a Gear upgrade. So we'll go ahead and change everything to this stuff. Get all the best possible gear I can. Intelligence, mind. Mind again. One mind. And then... oh, do I not have a second one? Well, I do have this. Now, I think I do need to go get myself an astrologian weapon. I have enough for one, so... yeah, let's go off and head to... Idleshire. And we'll go get it. But yeah, I'll need to also do the astrologian quests that I've not yet finished, because I think I still have the 56 and the 58 to do. Well, that definitely makes sense there, Bender. Yeah, let's march on over to Idleshire and get ourselves a new astrologian globe. And of course the bagpipes are being played. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get ourselves a... make sure we get this one right here. So 10 of those. Oops. Yeah, 10 of those. One of these. And I may even have enough for a ring of... yeah, I think I may even have enough for a ring here. Yeah, I do. Just enough. Yeah, so that means I don't need the 255. I can just wear this. And then come over here. And where's that astro? Here it is. Shirostrometer. And we'll go ahead and equip that. Put us at 267 now. I realized that I did not have enough for getting the weapon enhanced, but I'm at item level 267. This should, in theory, be a slam dunk, but of course, we have had previous experience that has dictated otherwise. Nonetheless, we're going to go over to Ishgard and pick up where we left off. As we'll go from bagpipe music to big, huge, massive organ. Ooh. Is this a dragoon behind me? No, it's a paladin. And apparently she named her free company after herself. So off to the Athenaeum. Hey Ichigo, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Alright, let's go pay the Astrologicum a visit. So, if you remember from before, we have a bit of a mental crisis going on here at the Astrologicum with Jean-Quinard and Leveva, because we learned from previous experience that Jean-Quinard actually knew Leveva's father, who was murdered by Ishgard because of his methods of astrology were believed to be that of heresy, and so yeah, wasn't exactly all that appreciated around here, so we gotta go ahead and try and see if we can get Leveva's spirits up as we speak with Jean-Quinard for the level 56 Astrology challenge entitled Feather in the Cap. Jean-Quinard has the latest information on Lady Leveva's current location. I'm happy to report that Leveva is fine and well and hasn't been attacked by bandits, dastards, curs, Charlian spies, or disgruntled knights once since her last encounter with the Victory. And I also realized that there's someone, and I realized I forgot there's someone else after her too. It's not just Ishgard. After restoring health to all of the convictors so that they might return to getting wounded again. Wow. She journeyed northwest to the Durrani Forelands. If that journey was without incident, she should be in Tailfeather now, tending to the chocobo hunters there. Might I suggest that we go and join her, Matthia? I think so, too. So Tailfeather it is. Is Diablo 3 as hard as they say it is, Bender? Yeah, it's been a while since we stepped foot around here, but we did indeed find Leveva. And I think these two people are trying to confront her. I wonder why.
Matthia, it is good to see you again. I pray you've not been neglecting your training. Now you may be wondering why I chose Tailfeather of all places to visit next. Well, the truth of the matter is, I did not choose it at all. It chose me. The hunters here somehow heard of what we had done like a victory, and placed a formal request to have me come and tend to the hamlet's wounded. I would like to believe this proof that the word of the benefits of the Charlian astrology is slowly but surely spreading throughout the realm. But enough talk. There are still many ailing souls that require succor. Would you and Jean-Quinard mind assisting me again as you did in the Western Highlands?
And I realized that was Jean-Quinard and her bodyguard. Alright, 3 to heal. And you're a lot closer than I thought you were. So yeah, let's go ahead and cast Aspect of Benefic on you. An honest healer here in Tailfeather? Now I have seen everything. Yeah, believe it. Yeah. Yeah, and horses still don't fly here. Alright, Hunter. Yeah, someone's mad. See if we can't help you out. Price the 12, I'm healed! And just like that, away he goes. And then we gotta go further east. You off to the Philippines? Holy cow, that's a bit of ways out. Hopefully President Duterte doesn't give you too much of a hard time while you're out there. I don't know who you are, but you're good in my book. Well, mission accomplished in that regard. And yeah, back to Leveva.
These men and women have chosen a horrendously dangerous profession. A chocobo's talons can rip open flesh to the bone, and a single kick can knock an otherwise hale hunter out for a sennight, if he survives it.
Many of them seem surprised. Grateful, of course, but surprised that we were here helping them. Does the hamlet not have its own healers? Do the Temple Knights not dispatch their hospitaliers for this far from Ishgard? Shouldn't you know this stuff? Or are you too busy trying to flirt there, Jean-Quinard?
The Holy See only cares for war with the dragons. It cannot be bothered with a handful of hunters, despite the fact these hunters are its citizens. I was told on my arrival that they manage with makeshift poultices created using herbs gathered from around the hamlet. When the wounds are more severe, they turn to their soul barber who, well, is also the local butcher. I'm sorry. My frustration with the situation coupled with the day's efforts have me slightly drained. Might I be allowed a few moments of respite?
Kimperan, Matthia, would you be so kind as to accompany the lady on her stroll? It has been far too long since that Charlene assassin showed her face, and a reading I conducted earlier this morning showed a day rife with conflict and confusion. Yeah, if we have to be your bodyguard, then so be it. Yeah, that cannot be easy. To have to fly that long. Can't be cheap either. Oh, a forced battle, huh? But who exactly are we confronting? Let's find out.
I'm glad you came, Matthia. There is something important I must tell you. Since Janquinor gave me my father's journal, I have spent my nights poring over his writings, trying to piece together what I could about his life. It appears he was hard-working and just. He trusted all and truly wanted to help people in need. He believed that knowledge should not be hoarded like food, but shared amongst the intellectually starved. He also knew that there were those who would see him stopped. Persons who used their influence to trick and frighten the foreman into believing that knowledge should be kept at one's breast. Persons who saw my father as a threat. His final few entries all speak of how he feared for his life, of how one man in particular was working to see him dead. That man's name is not important, for in the end it turned out your father was killed by the very people he was foolish enough to trust. People who, in their slaying of a good man, proved that they were unworthy of the knowledge he so freely offered them. And now here you are, making the same mistake as he. Continue with this foolishness, and you too will suffer his fates.
Yeah. It's our assassin, and she's brought company again. Or this time around.
Do not say or talk of my father as if you knew him. You know nothing. Your mind is as closed as the minds of those back in the old world who believe that hiding in their books will shield them from the pain and suffering of the real world. Such passion. It is a pity it remains misdirected. My employer only wishes to see you back safe and Charlian. The Forum recognizes your talents. You are an asset to our nation and its people. We would have you live a long and prosperous life, so that you may rise even higher than your father ever had the opportunity to. But we both know you are far too stubborn to take this gift so graciously offered. You would rather fight. And you know, so would I. No more games, Laveva. Let us end this right here, right now, with your precious stars as our witness. Spare no one, not even the girl.
Oh, you're not gonna stick around? Fine. Alright, let's draw a little. See how many of these old world mercenaries we need to take down. I pulled one off. Next. So I'll definitely benefit from the fact that I'm synced down and at island level 267 here. Alright, we stopped that one. Oh, try all you want to heal yourself, but it ain't gonna last long. Oh, we know you came prepared. That's why there you have 6 of them? Maybe even more, or 7? Yeah, that's a lot of bad guys. Which is why I hear the sounds of possible reinforcements. Yep, they're all running that way. And not a moment too soon. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we need to give you some aspect of benefit there, man. Yeah, you hunters keep them preoccupied. Holy cow, he's bleeding like crazy. Yeah, like, we need to stop that. Yeah, the hunter was lost in the battle, but right now we're trying to keep Keeperan alive, because I'm pretty sure that if he goes down, we fail at the hand of barbarians. Oh, keep him alive. Oh, what? I have no idea about what you are, but I'm really not happy about the fact that you showed up. Meanwhile, Sealy, since they all seem to be occupied over that direction, let's wear you out. Yeah, because they're all doing a good job of weakening the Gruntamulus Dindergrabber, which is quite a mouthful to say. Oh, I was about to say, can she not be knocked out in normal battle? But yeah, she can. Down, boy. So with our victory... Yeah, screw you, Sealy.
Oh, you're right. I heard the commotion and came as quickly as I could. Not as quickly as these four. You remember the hunters so gravely wounded not less than a bell ago? If memory serves me, they could barely lift a finger, let alone rush headlong into a heated battle and help turn the tide.
Oh, don't be too hard on the silk shirt. Turns out we didn't need his help any road.
Who'd have thought it, eh? Real life fighting astrologians. Now I truly have seen everything.
Go spread the word.
Leveva, I dare say those men would not have risked their lives had they little respect for us for our craft. You were right. Our actions here have done more to promote Charlian astrology than any long-winded discourse. Why, I expect this very night the tale of your daring deeds will be told 100 times over in mead halls across the Forelands. Which means it will not be long before the form is heard as well. We Charlians may have officially abandoned this farm, but our ears remain. If the one who hired Celia is who I think it is, then I expect not less than a formal edict of extradition to be issued. An edict of extradition? But Charlian has no power to force Ishgard to deliver you into their hands.
Yeah, we're confused by this too.
Furthermore, what exactly is it you have done wrong but allowed others to partake in your great nation's bottomless well of knowledge, as I did nearly 20 summers ago when I studied in her halls? Things have changed after you left Shanquinard. Many even believe it was my father's death that tipped the scales in favor of closing Charlian's doors and locking away all our knowledge. If the form deems it so, I could be arrested and imprisoned for the theft of national resources. And I see no reason why your Holy See, who has already shown its disdain for our efforts, would stand in its way. So what do we do? Your grandfather, your father, they have given up so much to see you here. We cannot just concede defeat now that we have finally begun to make headway. I never said we would. I have no intention of giving up or giving in. Doing so would be to deny the sacrifices made by my father and grandfather. The stars have shown me the path I must take. There is no other. And it begins back at Telfeather, healing those who aided us. I will see the two of you in Ishgard once I've settled matters here. Kimperan will see I arrive unharmed.
Until we meet again. So there we go, the 56 is done. So let's warp on back to Ishgard. Hohoho. Yeah, there's a term I haven't heard in a while. Yeah, I haven't heard that term used by someone in a while. I know it's a series of video games that are parodies of popular NES games and feature female protagonists dressed up in a variety of internationally inspired outfits. So let's run on over back to the Astrologicum and speak with Shanquinard.
Lady Laveva has still not returned from Tailfeather. Oh, but do not worry, I have had word that she simply tends to stay a few turns of the sun longer. What we should be worrying about, however, is the form and the pending decision on our companion's extradition. If an official edict is drafted, I fear that we may find ourselves at the mercy of the Vault, and if that were to happen, there will be little we can do to keep Laveva here short of starting a war. If only we had more time. When I was studying in Charlian, I heard whispers of an ancient astromantic spell which could stop time and the very movements of the heavens. All my professors denied it existed, the only technique remotely similar being something called time dilation, a process in which diverting a celestial body's otherwise straight flow of ether creates the illusion of slow time, increasing the duration of beneficial magics. And I'm guessing that'll be this, indeed. So, we get this spell, which extends the duration of beneficial effects you cast on a party member by 15 seconds. Has a 90-second recast timer, as well as the 1,691 gil and 72,000 experience points. Time dilation, huh? If it only lasts for 15 seconds, you'll definitely need to be casting that a few times in order to accomplish what you're planning there, Mr. Jean Quinard. And so now on to level 58. Astrologian challenge entitled Trumped. Yeah, how bad timing for a title like this, huh? Jean Quinard has some exciting news. Word of Lady Laveva's charity has begun spreading, my friend. I've attended more than one luncheon where it was positively dripping off the tongues of all the good lords and ladies. And the knights? Oh, the knights. They have started rumbling about why magics that not only heal the wounded but also enhance the strengths of the healthy are not being employed to save the lives of those on the front lines. Needless to say, the Vault is not amused. Their plan to have us fade into obscurity has rebounded upon them, and now they are scrambling to twist this situation to their advantage. Listen, Matthia. The Vault would have us officially attend an operation currently underway in the Western Highlands village of Hemlock. The settlement was abandoned after the calamity and since been overrun with beasts of all manner. The Holy See seeks to reclaim it, and my father has generously volunteered his knights to clear the area of any remaining threats. It's win-win for the Vault. The operation is small enough and enough far away from the capital that even if it is a success, no one will pay it half a mind. But the Vault will be able to say that they answered the pleas of the knights. If, for any reason, the operation were to fail, then the Vault will be able to attribute the failure to the astrologian presence and turn the high houses against Lady Laveva. I spoke with the lady about this, but she said she was not interested in the politics of the situation, only that it was her duty to aid people in need. We should speak with her, and soon. Let us make haste to Hemlock. Hemlock it is. So yeah, what's gonna happen here? I imagine it's not gonna be pretty. How far out are we going? Oh, it's not all that far. Yeah. I'm rebelling against the Holy See by riding on the horse of a heretic. But not just any heretic, the heretic. You know, we're gonna take it all the way to the north.
which also means crossing the Black Iron Bridge, which it's so easy to forget is there and must be crossed in order to progress over to the northern half. So of course you're flying. But where's the fun in that when we're standing up to ignominy? Also, since I have not yet pointed it out to our American viewers, Happy Memorial Day. I know this is one of two holidays that you have in the US that honors your military and your various soldiers who have served in various wars over the years. And I'm about to run headfirst into a fate. But we're not interested in the fate, we're interested in going over here. How far we have to go? Well, not that much further. Of course, we need to find a way to get to where we need to go. I'm gonna take the fancy path to get to Hemlock. There's this path to get to where I need to go. Oh, come on. Okay, and then after that point, there's no way to access. Yeah, I know I can fly, but like I said, where's the fun in that? Remember who we're standing up to here. But even then, they may force me into flight. Alright, here's a path. Yeah, as long as it doesn't narrow or drop off, we'll be fine. But that's exactly what it does! Oh, game. Oh, game, you troll. Yeah, if you're not flying, how do you access this place? Maybe through here? I can probably say I have never been to this particular spot. Which is probably why I will not be allowed to cross normally and I have to speak with you. You here to help with the operation? Word has it that the battle has taken a turn for the worse. Well, let's see if we can help out. So what do we got going on here? Yeah, that looks pretty intimidating. Hello there. Yeah, you should realize I am at item level 267. Meaning that any attempt of you to stop me is gonna fail. I never knew this place existed. Yeah, it's so far out of the way. But yeah, we can see buildings now. And there are a few of them. And I guess flying would make more sense. Hello there, sir. We severely underestimated the strength of our enemies, and now my men and women find themselves overwhelmed. The tight wedges we had at the day's onset have all degraded into small knots of fighting, and the number of wounded is growing faster than our chaplains can heal them. Thank the fury you arrived when you did. Alright, let's go find people to help out. While there is also people who are still possibly fighting us. Where am I? Where is my company? I must return to them. See if we can take the high arc. Because yeah, the sun's going down. We need to help these guys quickly. Yeah, I should have done what I was supposed to do and attacked. I was not going to get anything other than... And when there are enemies in the way, they need to go down first. That is the primary objective. Yeah, have another one on me.
I shan't forget this, Astrologian. I am forever in your debt.
Why aren't you still casting a Spectre Benefit on wounded knights? Okay.
You have my thanks, but there still must be many who require succor. I've heard a woman scream beyond this very border not moments before you arrived.
Uh-oh. Overwhelmed companions. And let's take a guess what happened here. See if I can get this off in time. Good. Alright, one down. But yeah, we're definitely gonna get chased a lot. These guys seem to love their AoE. Also, I never activated Diurnal Sect. There we go. Are there more to come? No. Now let's help these two out. Yeah, how are you two doing? You brought the book with you? He was gonna pick it up. Who might you be? What have we here?
Sylvestra? You who vowed never to set foot in this barbarian land again? Unless...
Clever girl. Yes, it was I who ordered Seelie to bring you back to Charlian. And if you come back with us quietly, you would be free right now, rather than a wanted criminal facing a trial, imprisonment, even execution, depending on what you have told these tamed savages of yours. Yes, my dear, I offered you a chance and you foolishly refused it. The edict has been issued, and I am here to collect you. Though, I must place some of the blame on that for our friend Seelie. Had she not insisted on playing games, perhaps he would have displayed reason back in the Black Shroud. Instead, she merely added fuel to a fire already hot with your inherent stubbornness. And now, I am forced to make the journey to this filthy realm to clean up her mess. And I suppose that starts with these companions of yours.
Matthia, take Shanquinot and leave. Right now. Neither of you are ready for the magics of the variety he wields.
You're surrendering. Great.
But what of you, my lady?
Exactly! I mean, you've already been arrested once before.
I am going to reclaim my father's journal!
Brave, your father was brave. Your father is also dead.
Lady Laveva!
Yeah, we brought reinforcements. Oh, now I understand Seelie's frustration. This realm is truly overrun with vermin. How we have suffered here for so long I will never know. Very well, Laveva. You leave me no choice. You may already know we have questioned Professor Mace regarding your unauthorized passage into Eorzea. What you may not know is that we still hold him in the dark cells. Just as a precautionary measure, of course. We would not want to see him flee again before the trial. Now, your grandfather is not as spry as he used to be, and I am uncertain how long the sanity of a man his age will last in complete darkness. Though, the longer you delay, the closer we come to finding out. If you wish to see your grandfather released, you will come to the abandoned city in the Javanian hinterlands. There, my airship will be waiting to take you back to the old world where you will be tried. Fairly, of course. I suppose you could run, but know that doing so would have great consequences for your grandfather, and possibly your mother as well. And we would still eventually find you. So he's just gonna bail. Yeah, with her book. Gonna run a little bit faster. He may still be close, right here. Yeah, the panicked expression on her face says it all. Shanquinard. Lady Laveva, who was that? I have the strangest feeling I should know him from somewhere. Sylvestra, leader of the Bibliotheques, a group of powerful conservative fundamentalists who seek to control the whole of Charlene's knowledge. They believe that our people should not become involved in history, only be witness to it, then analyze it until all the lives lived and lost are but numbers on a page. You remember Sylvestre Jean-Conard because he was the self-same man who pushed for old Charlene to batten its doors and abandon Eorzea, and used my father's death as his rallying cry. And now I am certain that he had my father killed. Near the end of my father's diary, he mentions being contacted by a young Sylvestre who happened to be a classmate of his when they were both at the studium. Sylvestre, looking to make a name for himself as a politician, warned my father against continuing to disseminate knowledge of Charlene astrology in Eorzea. A warning of course, my father did not heed. Soon after, several attempts were made upon my father's life. When he subsequently looked into the matter, he discovered that there was a price on his head, and that Sylvestre had put it there. I discovered a contract signed by the wretch folded in my father's journal. He had planned on revealing it to the forum on his return, but he never had the chance. Jean-Quinard, my father gave you that journal before he died, but you never once opened it? I did not think it was mine to read, but what you say, if it is true, we must get that diary back. Come, it seems the fighting has died down. Let us report to the captain of the knights, then return to Ishgard so that we may plan our next move. Alright. Yeah, this whole situation just sucks, man. As the fact there are still ugly monsters trying to make my life a frustration. Back off, man. Yeah, be on your way. We're not gonna hurt you. Many lives were saved because of you. If this is what we can expect from Charlene astrology, I see no reason why we shouldn't have knights trained in the field. I will recommend this to the Lord Commander. I suspect he will be pleased to see the day one with so few casualties. If you require our services again, you need only ask. Come, Matthia, let us hasten back to Ishgard. Then we shall do just that. Yeah, we certainly have had quite a number of people pursuing us endlessly. But now we get to see the heart of the situation that's about to unfold. Because of course we'll get to go right to the level 60 challenge. So back to the Astrologicum as someone's jumping around, doing laps around the main aetheryte. Alright, we've returned. So yeah, let's go find out what Jean-Quinard's gonna give us next. Moments ago, we received a missive from the commander of my father's guard. He thanks us again for our assistance in Hemlock, and has formally requested that Lady Laveva train several of his knights in Charlene astrology. The vault, however, remains silent, and I believe this silence to be calculated. If the edict issued for Lady Laveva's extradition has arrived, they need only turn a blind eye to Sylvester's actions until he has spirited the lady from the realm, and people simply forget she was ever here. But we are not going to let that happen, are we, my lady?
I'm sorry, Shanquinor, but I no longer see how we cannot.
What?
Sylvester has my grandfather, he has threatened to take my mother, and he now has the one thing that could have saved them both. My father's journal. No, Shanquinor, I cannot deny my fate any longer. I have done 7 readings since our return, and everyone is the same. Deceit, manipulation, submission. My path is clear. You, however, can carry on. Sylvester has no authority over you, or you, Matthia. See that my father's dream is fulfilled. Promise me that much.
I shall promise you that and more, my lady. Kimperin and I will see you to the place of this meeting, and do whatever possible to make certain this Sylvester keeps his word.
You know that by attending me you put yourself in danger. He has shown he will not hesitate to kill anyone who stands in his way. And now that he knows I know of his involvement in my father's death, but still you would stand by my side in my last moments in Eorzea? I do not deserve friends such as you. Matthia, ether is the building block of all that surrounds us, meaning that everything is connected. Someone closely attuned to that ether can, in a sense, link themselves with others, feeling their joy, feeling their pain. Scholars of the soul call this empathy. Crystal gazers and card readers call it the Wheel of Fortune. We astrologers call it collective unconsciousness. Whatever you call it, I feel that bond with you. Both of you. Thank you.
And that's exactly what she's going to give us. Creates a Wheel of Fortune around the caster, granting regen and 10% damage reduction for any party member who enters. Can only be executed when a sect is active. Auto attack ends upon execution, and effect ends upon using another action or moving, including facing a different direction. Has 150% cure potency, lasts for 15 seconds, damage reduction for 18 seconds, and a 90-second recast timer. So we get that along with 1,213 gil and 81,600 experience points. And so that's it for the 58s. And now for the big moment. The level 60 Heavens Ward Astrology Challenge, entitled The Hands of Fate. Jean-Quinard and Lady Laveva appear to be ready to part, with or without you. Matthia, I am quite aware that the mere notion of accompanying Laveva to the answering quarter is bordering on absurd, but I cannot in good faith abandon our good friend in a time of need. Not after all we've been through. I am joyed to see that you have come to the same conclusion as well.
You two are foolish, but I would not trade friends with such as you for all the gold in the Aurum Vale.
You know that's fool's gold, right? Yeah, but there's no gold in the... my lady, might I ask you to entertain a second option? You said that your father's diary contained a document which implicates Sylvester in Ruffin's murder. What if, and I fully understand the enormity of this, but what if Sylvester still has yet to lay eyes on that document? Suppose he only took the diary to provoke you. If we could somehow retrieve it before you boarded his airship...
Then we would have a bargaining chip of our own. But this man is the leader of the bibliotheques. Their sole purpose in life is the hoarding of knowledge. Of course he read the diary. And knowing Sylvester, the document would have been set to flame the moment he discovered it. Unless we told him that there was another document. One that I removed from the diary to have examined. One that was not in the diary when he stole it. Of course, there's no such page, but it would be easy enough to draft up something from the memory of what I saw. Something that would appear official from a distance. It just might work, though there is always the chance that he might simply attempt to take the document by force. Were that to happen, we would be fortunate to escape with our lives. Sylvester is a formidable astrologian. Some say he even possesses the power to stop time.
But I thought those were only... No, we mustn't think of that. There's little time left before the scheduled meeting in the answering quarter. Lady Levave's plan is all we have. If we are to save both her and her family, we must act and trust that the stars will guide us to victory. Then I will see you guys over in that particular area, but we need to go over to Idleshire. Like, why can't I remember what Idleshire is? Yeah, like, I should know. I've been there so many times, including this evening. Alright. Just needed to get some cold water in my throat. It's been suffering over the last couple of days. So yeah, let's make our way to where we need to be. Alright, so away we go. Yeah, let's go find where this ship landed. Yeah, through the abandoned settlement we go. Not in confrontation just yet. Hey guys. Less than a score summers have come and gone since I last set foot on the paths of contemplation, yet this place appears as it hasn't been inhabited for centuries. Nature is the greatest of levelers, Shanquinard. She provides us with what we need, but when we are done with it, she is quick to take back what is, and has always been rightfully hers. There is still time before Sylvester is to arrive. I would like to take a walk and see where my father lived. Just knowing that I tread the same ground as he might grant me my mind peace. Well then, I suggest the rooftop garden directly to the south of here. Your father and I would spend many a night there gazing up at the stars and prattling on about our dreams into the small hours. It is where he first told me of your mother. Your birth mother, not the aunt who cared for you after Lady Bird died in labor, and the child she was carrying. Is that where they're expecting us, though? Let's go fly over there and find out. Just raise a little higher, yeah. Yeah, I was probably gonna clip my feet on the roof. Alright, we found our spot. What do you think? As the rain clears up and the stars come out.
I wonder if my father knew that one day I would be here, standing under the same sky he did. Did he know that he would have a daughter who was as stubborn as he? A daughter who put her life and lives of those she loved in danger because of an unfulfilled dream? I think he did. And I think if he were here now he would be proud. Proud that I at least tried. Proud that I did not let fate control me, but rather that I walked hand in hand with that fate down a path my father left. Not only for me, but all those who would carry in their hearts the same dream.
I believe he would be as well, Lady Leveva, though I did not fully realize it until recently. These past moons, it has been as if Ruffin was here by my side once again. The passion, the stubbornness, the talent. I do not think he would stand idly by as Sylvester had his way, and so I believe neither should we.
Thank you, Jeanne. I know I've been hard on you, but it is only because you were an incompetent astrologian with an aversion to training, not because you were anything but a good man and a good friend. Now, let us see what the stars have in mind for us today.
Yeah, away you go. And so shall we. Now heading northeast. Here's where our confrontation will take place. Should probably cast Protect before we get started. There we go. Alrighty, Lady Laveva.
Sylvester is not meant to be late. He will be here.
And we're expecting it. So how shall we do on this starry night? Well, here they come. Ah, ever so predictable, Laveva. I am sorry to inform you that there has been a change of plans. There will be no return to your homeland, no tear-filled reunion with your grandfather, no trial, only a sentence. And that sentence shall be carried out here by mine hand. You see, after reading your father's diary, it became clear that you and your wretched friends know too much. You would not believe how long I have been searching for that document, the last one that connected me to your father's unfortunate accident. I tracked down and had all the others destroyed, but this one has eluded me for almost 2 decades.
The last? Jean, Matthia, it appears we are left with but a single path.
There was only ever one, my lady, and we shall see it to the end. So let's have fun with the stars. Well, that didn't take long. Yeah, the power being item level 267 definitely has its advantages here. Of course, he's gonna bring in reinforcements, as we know he will. Oh, you're a citer? Well, whatever it was you were going to recite, you've been silenced. And not with a silent spell, but utter death. Where did he go? Oh. We're gonna have fun with power stones. Well then. And there are a lot of them too. Yeah, there are a whole lot. Yeah, keep around, go that way. Now follow me to the last one. The hero rules the spread. And we're getting some fast casts. So how fast will we be? We're trying to overwhelm Sylvester here. And we're gonna outrun the guy. We got it. We outran him. But he's still on his feet. Wait! If you wish to see your grandfather live, you will not kill me. You're gonna go right up to him?
That was never our intention, Sylvestra. No, I only wished to ask a few simple favors. The first being with the return of my father's diary. Then you will send word back to the old world to have my grandfather released immediately. And finally, you will return to Charlian and report to the form that I have disappeared and am presumed deceased. Fail to do these things and I shall tell the form all I know of your involvement in my father's death. I doubt they will be as generous with their mercy as I.
And what? You shall remain here, continue to spread our knowledge across this worm-eaten realm like it was sweet cream butter?
You know not what you do. The barbarians of this realm have shown that they can only use knowledge to destroy each other. They corrupt it, they lessen it, and then they forget it. They have never once shown that they are worthy of the knowledge they so defile. And yet you would still give it to them. Very well, I shall do as you ask. Yeah, finally she has a smile on her face. Yeah, get on out of here. But know that the form is ever listening, ever watching. Should you continue your escapades here in Ishgard, they will find out. And they will send others until they have succeeded where I have failed. Then you best make certain they do not. You are a powerful man who also happens to be a master of lies and deceit. I pray the task should not prove too difficult. And if it does, well then, I can always show them what manner of a man you truly are. I do not think there'll be any need for that. Oh, I do not think there'll be any need for that. Sylvester, however wicked, is not a fool. He will not sacrifice what he has spent for the last 2 decades building over a girl he, even with his back to the kobolds, sees as an inferior. Especially if you have offered him a means of accomplishing it without causing him to lose face. His pride of course will ache, but it's not a little wine cannot cure. You are right, Shanquinard. Something I never thought I would admit. At least out loud. So does this mean you will remain in the sea and continue your teachings? Of course I will. There's the pending contract with House Durandare, my obligations to the Convictors, and the Hunters of Tailfeather, and then of course there's the matter of your incomplete training. If memory serves me, you still only have opened half of the Heaven's Gates. Yeah, he still has a lot of work to do, doesn't he? Hey there, Jushuka, glad to have you with us. And Angel, wow, welcome. It's been a while since we've seen you, but welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Hi, Laveva. Well, things did not go completely as planned, but we arrived at the fate intended for us nonetheless. Now the question is, what do we do with this fate we have been granted? I believe this wants another reading, but perhaps after we've had a bite to eat. Perhaps. So, back to Ishgard. Yeah, things went by very smoothly, and what was that? Oh, from the cards I was able to draw. Okay. Yeah, we just bombarded Sylvestra at the end there. Just absolutely gave him a beatdown. Obviously, that would be a lot harder at a lower experience level, or lower item level rather. Yeah, 100 item levels lower, and that's a far tougher challenge. Of course, since we got this at 267, it was nothing to worry about. So, back to Jean-Quinard. Matthia, you are just in time to greet the Athenium's newest member. I guess because Lady Laveva is... yeah, just gonna chill out with us. May I present you with Lord Rufin. At least that's what we're going with. Well, yeah. Why the surprise? But I believe I know the answer. Your senses are doubtless leading from having you witness poor Lady Laveva's tragic end in the hinterlands. So yeah, she's basically undergone a makeover to look like a male and assume a new identity. Contrary to popular opinion, I was not murdered at all, but merely on a long and winding journey that has finally brought me back to Ishgard so that I may teach the secrets of shining astrology once again. I mean to show the people that fate is a power that ought not be walked in darkness, that the stars can be used to light the way. And my first lesson, that those who oppose this celestial guidance shall be doomed to mark time for all of eternity.
So yeah, with a new look and a new name, and a gender change, we'll take the 167,000 experience points to 1,610 gil, the Heavens Ward Astrologian Welkin attire, and Celestial Opposition. Stuns all nearby enemies for 4 seconds with a 2-minute recast timer, and also extends the duration of beneficial effects cast on self and party members by 10 seconds. And so away he goes, along with his bodyguard. So there we go. Shall we take a look at this new outfit and see what it looks like? And there's definitely going to be a lot to this one. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it's basically Laveva's outfit, more or less. Yeah, and we're still coming at 240. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm wearing a fancy veil over my face. Just to show you how feminine I am. Yeah, but yeah, this is basically Laveva's outfit, so we end up getting her clothes, plus a little something extra to conceal my identity, as it were. Is there an emotes that can be used here to take the veil off? Yeah, it can be visored off and you can go without the veil. Makes sense because obviously we don't want to look too feminine. Yeah, I think we'll definitely go ahead and use that as a glamour for the time being, so let's go over to the Forgotten Knights and go change our look. Yeah, Matthia coming out of darkness, as it were, because yeah, he probably never needs this look again, because I don't need to ever use level 50 healing outfits anymore, because now I have all 3 of my healing classes to level 60. White Mage, Scholar, and now Astrologian are all at that level. Hey, Giron. Oh, I'm supposed to speak with you, Bampulse. And do I have enough glamour prisms to do this? Oh, I have plenty. Where's that Vulcan robe? Here it is. And the half sleeves. Let's go back up. Wow, this list is long. And then legs and feet. The Vulcan breeches. And finally the Vulcan shoes. Let's go ahead and affix this to a glamour. And this one will do nicely. Yeah. Vulcan half sleeves. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then of course we can go ahead and apply this new look. And of course still have the fancy veil on. But we'll go ahead and just take the hat off. I mean, I still look cool wearing this. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what the level 60 Stormblood challenge is for astrologians. Seems like the Forgotten Knight accumulates a lot of people who are part of various warrior quests and job quests along the way. Yeah, it definitely seems to be the gathering place. As the sun yeah, the stars were out earlier, but now the sun is shining. I would definitely say that's a great way to start our day here in Ishgard by going and paying a visit to Shanquinard to take on the level 60 Stormblood challenge for astrologers entitled East Meets West. Shanquinard has something to say, and that glint behind his monocle suggests it is important. Top of the morning to you, Matthia. Or is it the evening? It is so hard to tell locked up here in the Athenium day and night. Alright, technically speaking, I can leave at any time of my choosing, but as though some strange force prevents me from stepping forth into the light. But enough of that. You are here to learn what has become of your humble companions while you were off saving the realm. Well, since Ishgard's quite abrupt change in leadership, the Vault has become somewhat more receptive to the contemporary ideas of Lady Leveve, Master Rufin. They've even asked our compatriot in disguise to hold for them another symposium on Charlene astrology, and this time within the city-state proper, and not at some forsaken hamlet. Nothing against the fine citizenry of Falcon's Nest, mind you. In fact, the good Rufin has foreseen your arrival in the stars and awaits you in the observatorium. The look on your face tells me you're less than convinced. Still the skeptic after all we've been through together, eh? Allow me to recreate this morning's reading. In the center of the dawn cross we have the spear. To its left, the inverted arrow. To its right, the inverted balance. Beneath we have the inverted spire and the inverted bull. And finally at the crown is the ewer. Well, do you not see it? It is as plain as the stench of day-old piss in the broom on a balmy summer's eve. If there is such a thing as a balmy summer's eve in Ishgard. Though peace hath settled upon our great land, it shall be along the path of coming destruction that friends new and old shall discover the bush that doth bear the fruit of knowledge and hope. And to think it was you who attuned to all 6 heavens. In other words, he who brought peace to Ishgard, that'll be you, will walk the road south to the observatorium where, I don't know, you shall read some books with Lady Leveve to discover a new spell for delivering excruciating pain to your enemies and their families? It all sounded more convincing when she explained it to me this morning over that bottle of wine. Or was it 2 bottles? Dude, you're drunk. At any rate, I would suggest you make haste. You know how our little protege does not take kindly to those who make her wait. It was good seeing you again, Matthia, and something tells me you will be back again soon. And even gives me a wink, too. Yeah, dude, you are drunk. So off we go to the observatorium. Yeah, at least we won't get completely confused. But yeah, to say we've achieved a breakthrough is an understatement. Yeah, I would definitely say we have succeeded in fact. Since I can do this now without prejudice. Because yeah, now I have all 3 of the Heaven's Ward warrior classes to level 60 now. So Machinist and Astrologer are both at 60. Dark Knight is now at level 70. And so, yeah, mission accomplished on achieving that particular milestone. So yeah, let's go ahead and venture out to the observatorium and see what happens when they see someone riding on the horse of someone who was once a heretic but isn't anymore. Yeah, we would say hello to Sir Albrecht, but I'm sure he'll be ready for us again when we need to be. Alright, just chilling out here in front of the door, Lady Leveve?
Friend and fellow astrologian, it is so good to see you again. What has it been? 2, 3? Let us just say that it's been too long.
Probably 2 or 3 is in 2 or 3 minutes, because that's how long it's been pretty much since we last saw you.
Did Janko not speak to you of my reading? Well then, there's hope for that well-dressed dullard yet. Though I've learned the key to success is not entrusting with more than one task at a time, and making certain that task does not require much in the way of thinking, or acting for that matter. As for the reading, I believe it instructs as to our next step in spreading the knowledge of...
And then, Master Orphan, an injured traveler has arrived at our gates seeking succor!
An ill omen. With me, Matthia.
Please, I can walk no further. You, sir, are far away from home.
The stars were kind to guiding you to this place. The astrologians here have ways of easing one's hurts.
Astrologians? I have no need of prophecy or prognostication. Or I could stay my tongue and allow you to attend to my wounds, sir. My apologies. Yeah, just hold still. You have a quick recovery, or may you have a quick recovery, friend. In the time you'll come to believe the power of the stars wield. And Jankard and Keepernan showed up. Master Rufin, Matthia's felicitous return inspires me to step out for a breath of fresh air, and behold, already does it appear a new venture is upon us.
And here I was thinking you made the journey south to lend your talents in preparing for the forthcoming symposium.
Master Rufin, or was it Lady Eorzea? If I may, allow me to give you my thanks and my apologies for earlier. I have a tendency to...
Allow your unbridled emotions to get the best of you?
Oh, that was amazing! You knew what I was going to say before I said it! But what are my manners? I am Kyuko of Hingashi, and have braved storm and sea to learn of the many wonders it is said to be found in this magnificent realm. But you already knew that, didn't you?
No, I did not. Now, if you would excuse me, I must get back to matters which are important.
Important matters, such as astrological matters. Could you show me? I wouldn't be a burden. I'd stand in the corner, in the shadows, behind a curtain.
While I appreciate some of forced enthusiasm, I'm afraid that won't be...
I was merely hoping that we might be able to share insight into each other's fields.
Each other's fields? You wouldn't happen to be a geomancer, would you?
A geomancer?
So-called masters of wind and water. My grandfather had at home written on the far eastern art of elemental and directional divination, though much of it seemed little more than folklore.
Lady Eorzea, did the morning's reading not mention friends new and old? What Matthia were the friend old, and this peculiar little man the friend new?
The spear pointing west, the balance pointing east, and the arrow pointing all directions and none. It just might mean... Kyuko, though it pains me to admit as much, it appears your arrival has been foretold. Perhaps there's much that I can learn from you. Nay, that we can learn from each other.
But there it is! Soon you will learn the push and pull of the elements brings together those who require companionship most.
Yes, the elements. We will have to discuss that further at another juncture. For the time being, I am placing you in the care of my first and foremost pupil, Matthia.
An excellent proposal, or as I believe the Hingans say, keikaku. I dabbled a bit in the language I was younger, but for the life of me, that ebon-hair emissary would not even form me a sidelong glance. Then I might hazard that there is no finer place than to begin unlocking the secrets of the stars than under the wall near Roots Lake. I shall even lead God Kyuko to the South Shard myself, if Matthia agrees to do the rest. I guess. After you then!
Next we meet Kyokuo, you will have opened the first gate and better understand the influence of the stars hold over all of us. Safe journeys!
Alright, Star Shroud it is then. So then we go to Quarry Mill. Until next we meet Lady Laveva / Master Rufin. So basically going back to where it all started. Show? What show? And also, I need to go just a little bit further. Need to go just a little bit further. Alright, making our way east. Oh, get over the top. There we go. Running through the swamp. And for some reason getting stuck on plants. These are very strong plants, I must say. Alright, here's our trio. There you are. I was beginning to wonder if you hadn't been eaten by the hoverflies on your way here. But I jest. Jean Quinaud tells me you are the authority on all things related to the Bureau. So in the right of me, Honorable Sensei, I am, as you Westerners say, all eyes, or was it ears? What would you explain? The ball's origin or the ball's blessing? How about we do the origin? And Eorzeans believe it was from this tree planted by your gods in these very heavens that all life was born. Fascinating. So, later that night... Yeah. Shall we do some stargazing? So this is your Boro. Yeah, enjoy it. In the forest, we know the constellation as something different, but no, it is all the same. I must admit, however, that seeing it under a different sky than my own fills my heart with a sense of both wonderment and now confusion knowing what it represents to your people. What I cannot wrap my head around is that you would truly believe a notion is so foolish is that of the power of earth, a word that by your own definition means sorrow, would not come from the land itself, but rather from 6 tiny lights flickering in the night skies. We students of geomancy believe that such power lies naturally beneath our feet, ever flowing through creation, as does blood through our veins. Yet despite the differences in our thinking, the similarities are encouraging. All trees are born of the earth, and their protection is universal. Most thought-provoking opinion that I'm certainly Lady Veva will be delighted to hear. Though might I suggest you withhold the part about being unable to wrap your hand around our foolish notions, unless you enjoy having a steel-toed boot wedged firmly betwixt the bullocks. And hey there, Lily, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. Shall we be going then? By this hour, Lady Laveva will have already made the journey back to the Athenaeum. Alright. Well, that certainly didn't take long at all. Alright then, back to Ishgard. Yeah, that was rather straightforward. And at the same time, you've been doing a whole bunch of streaming, I've noticed lately there, Lily. mean, I've certainly seen you doing quite a lot of them lately. Hope you aren't pushing yourself too hard. So there's Kyokuo, just chilling out with the other astrologans, I guess. So I guess we have to finish speaking with Laveva to conclude this challenge.
My thanks for taking the hanging off my hands, and not because I think our visitor an annoying little braggart with all the manners of a kobold foundling, which I still do, but because I needed the time to finish my work without distraction. So tell me, what did I miss?
Well, if you really want to know...
I see. Perhaps I judged Kyokuo too hastily. I still have my reservations, but I shall afford them the benefit of the doubt, for now. The teachings of geomancy may be grounded in fairy tales and falsehoods, but my grandfather told me that every lie is born of the truth. If I can find the truth within Kyokuo's backwards beliefs, it may provide insight into our own school of thoughts. I see now that my choice to assign you as his tutor was a wise decision. Might I ask this of you, Matthia? I promise that once the symposium has ended, I shall assume the duties of Kyokuo's tutelage. I sense good fortune in our stars, my friend. Good fortune indeed.
And so with that, we'll take our 167,400 experience points and the 1,691 gil for finishing the first Astrologian challenge within Stormblood. Stand strong and do not fight. And so yeah, when we ever want to come back here, we'll be of course needing to get to 63 to accomplish what we need to do. But that is not going to happen for some time because we still have level 50s to clear. More specifically, we have only 2 left for Matthia. There's of course Samurai, but then there's also Warrior. So Warrior will be the next quest and the next series of Warrior quests that I'll be doing to get that up to 60. And then I'll probably get Samurai up to 60 just so I can say I have everything at that milestone. So I can say I got it all and then call it good in that regard. But yeah, our time here for now with the Astrologians is finished, and so yeah, surrounded by our crazy friend Jean-Quinard, our cross-dressing friend Lady Laveva, and everyone here at the Athenaeum Astrologicum with everything the way it is, it's time to bring tonight's stream to an end. And so with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this edition of A Day in the Life of Tales of Eorzea here in Final Fantasy XIV. And so I will look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow with some more runs with Corinne, because I'll be working on our Red Mage. Obviously I won't be re-showing those quests, but yeah, suffice it to say, we definitely have the stars in our favor right now for both of them, and as it stands, I think we're going to do quite well. So, yeah, we can just chill out with our little globe here and just let it hover, or we can also do this too. Yeah, spin around and then, yeah, show off. Yeah, that's right, I can make this thing levitate. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching. Let's just put the globe back out for showing it off. And just let it hover and... yeah, show off. Yeah, I can balance this with one hand. So yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow as we continue on with more stuff with Corinne. So, until next time everyone, this is Matthia with Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.